Hey VerseXers, Russ here, bringing you just a short video, kind of short video on creating the bridge from XRPL to AVAX. The first links we have here is just going to be the support, just adding the AVAX network to your Metamask. Then we have the bridge, and then finally the dashboard of onAVAX, which that's where we will use to add the liquidity pair of our XVR and OVX. So what we'll do here is just set up the MetaMask. I've already got most of it set up already, but I'll just kind of show you here that I've got the MetaMask Avalanche network, and then I've already got the XVR token added. And on the support site, which is that first link there, it does have some things that are not 100% correct that I noticed. It does say that it was relatively new, but here you'll see that it says custom RPC or add custom RPC, but on the actual MetaMask on the drop down you'll see it just says add network. So you'll click that and then you'll input all that information from the support link. There's also a video in the bottom there, so this is just showing you that it was updated like just over a week ago. So I'm not sure why that old info is still there, but you'll input this info and then you can also watch that video. So once you do that, the XVR token will not show up yet, so you'll click the import token, and then on the document that I provide, it'll be in our Discord. It'll give you the contract address. I was just showing you here that if I try to do that, it already exists, so it says that the token already exists. This will be the document that is also provided in the Discord, so I went ahead and took the contract address, put that in there, and of course it won't let me add it again, but it'll auto complete the rest of the fields, which is just going to be the XVR and the 6 decimal places. So I'm just showing you here what it would look like. That will be the exact same info that you guys input in, or that will auto complete into the MetaMask custom token. So when you import that, it'll ask you to add the token and then import the token. So next we're going to go ahead and go to the on bridge. So you'll connect your Zoom wallet using the connect wallet. I don't have a way to really show you guys what's going on my phone, but this is the same deal. When you sign in using your Zoom wallet for anything, you'll get a QR code. You'll scan that QR code with your wallet, and then you'll slide to accept that. It'll take a few seconds to connect, and then as soon as you see that connect on your phone, you should see this go away, and then you'll be able to add, well, you'll be able to pick what token you want to send over the bridge. We'll be focusing on XVR. A little bit later I will end up also sending some OVX because I didn't have any and I didn't want to swap between the two. You'll hit next, and then here is where you'll input your MetaMask wallet. It's very important that you make sure this is 100% accurate. I lost some tokens because I think when I copied it over, before I did anything, I hit a button or something and overwrote my wallet address, and I didn't pay much attention when I signed it in my Zoom transaction that it was all messed up. So I lost those tokens, but that's okay. Lesson learned. So just so you guys don't have the same issue, just quadruple check that that wallet is the wallet you expect, and then you'll go down and send put how many you want to send. There is a fee when you send the XVR, so I wouldn't recommend sending low amounts repeatedly. You want to send as less as you can, you know, all in one transaction, because it's a 310 XVR fee. That stays the same up to about 100,000. So if you're sending 100,000, you'll still only pay that 310 XVR, but it looked like once you go beyond that, the fee does go up quite a bit. So in this test, I've already sent some, so I'm just sending 1,000. But once I've verified everything, I'm happy that my wallet is 100% correct. And I fix this to only send 1,000. I'll click the send button. Now if this is your first time doing it, you'll have to click the approval button, which will send a transaction cost, a fee to say yes, I want this to happen. Once you get that, then you can click the send button and then follow the same steps. You'll just click yes, I accept that transaction. Once I click that here, you'll see in my MetaMask it'll pop up and say basically, are you sure? But again, before you click that send button, just double check and make sure. First it'll be a Zoom wallet sign request. We're not at the MetaMask part yet, sorry. So this is just all within Zoom. This is the bridge of sending the Zoom or the XRPL XVR to the Avalanche network. So you'll get an actual sign request on your Zoom wallet. That'll show up in your events log. Click that. Same thing as always. You slide to accept, and it'll take a few seconds again to correlate that on your Zoom wallet to the XRP ledger to this dApp. It does take a while to happen sometimes. Sometimes it takes a few seconds, sometimes it takes a few minutes. I know this time it took quite a bit of time, so rather than rambling on like I did originally, we'll just kind of talk about what this does. What does it provide you? Why would you bridge the asset over? So when you're staking your tokens in a liquidity pool, you're rewarded for providing that liquidity. So we're providing one-to-one liquidity with OVX and XVR. So if I am providing $500 worth of liquidity in XVR, I am also providing $500 worth of OVX. And that is used if you guys decide you want to swap from XVR to OVX or vice versa. We're making sure that there's plenty of tokens to do that. So once we get to that, I'll discuss more, but that's the gist of it. You're getting rewarded. Your tokens aren't just sitting in your wallet. And I'm going to put emphasis on that. It is not sitting in your wallet. It is actually locked up into a smart contract on the Avalanche network to provide you rewards by leaving it in a liquidity pool. Very important for you to know that it is not in your wallet like it is on StakeX and other token staking reward programs. I try not to use the terminology they don't like us to use, but we'll call it a reward program, as some people want us to do. Just to go back to the video, I'm moving the OVX tokens the same way I did the XVR. I kind of went through quick because it was more of the same thing. We'll have to wait for that as well. Once that goes through, I'll go back to what's going on in the video. But again, not financial advice. I'm not providing you any kind of advice on should you take the risk or should you not. But that is the benefit of doing this, is you have that option of getting a reward by staking your tokens in the liquidity pool. As it becomes more and more used, your rewards are going to get higher and higher. So you'll also be rewarded those tokens monthly. I think they pick a random time during the month to deliver the rewards, but it's not like every 30 days from the time you provide it. It's just sometime in that month that you'll receive them. There are some other risks that I'll just tell you about. I'd rather you look them up on your own, but there's a risk called impermanent loss, where if one token takes off and another token either stays the same or drops, you will get impermanent loss in the fact that you won't be able to withdraw your tokens one-to-one. So let's say one token rises. Let's say you were originally staking $500 of token A, token B. Token A rises to $10,000. Token B stays at $500. Let's say you try to redeem that. You would not get the $10,000 of token A and only the $500 of token B. You would get a medium. So you would have to sell, or the contract would sell some of your XVR tokens to even out to where it's back one-to-one. So basically you would lose, let's say you sell at $500, you sell $4,500 of it, of your XVR tokens, to convert to OVX tokens. This is just basic math. It's not quite that simple. There's a lot of math going on, but just trying to give you an idea. You would sell off $4,500 of your XVR, purchase OVX to bring that value up to about 5,000. The 4,500 of the 10,000, you know, puts you down to close to one-to-one. There's more math there to whatever it makes it one-to-one. So I guess it maybe about 5,800 of each, or something along that lines. And that's the tokens you would be given. So you lose that 4,000 something dollars in XVR. I mean, you don't necessarily lose it, but you sell it, right? So you no longer have those XVR tokens that are worth that much money. You now have the OVX that was stable at that $500. So whatever token, you know, whatever price that made it be. So guys, if you want to look into that, you know, definitely look in impermanent loss. So now we'll go ahead and get back to the video. This was my dashboard on AVAX. This was actually, I was in the liquidity pool, so I hit back. Now this is my dashboard. Yours, if this is the first time you're getting into it, will have nothing in the my staking or my pool. It'll just all be the add liquidity or swap or liquidity pools, stuff like that. There'll be no personalization since you have not yet started staking in anything. I am staking some of my OVX, so that's why my OVX token's there, and then same for my pool. Here I was just showing you that you can, if you have no OVX or OVX tokens and you don't want to buy them, the XRPL, you can use your XVR, which is why we're providing that liquidity pool. You can swap some of your XVR for OVX and get it that way. So you can either buy it on the XRPL and bring it over, or just swap it. Hopefully if you just swap it, you know, that of course is what the liquidity pool is for, so everyone will be rewarded with that. And as people continuously do that back and forth, you know, if you decide on your rewards, if you want to swap back to XVR, that liquidity pool will be rewarded. So you'll click on the pool at the top, you'll find the XVR-OVX pool, and just kind of going over the metrics here, tells you the 24-hour fee, the 24-hour volume, and how much the total locked value is in there. Once you click on it, it'll take you to the next page where you can add liquidity. I was just pointing out that since I'm already staking, I have the option to remove liquidity, to where you'll only have the option to add. It'll bring up this new window. For me, I wanted to use the max amount of my OVX. I click that, it auto populates the XVR that is required. Again, it's a one-to-one value, so right now OVX is worth maybe about double, a little under double. So one-to-one's it. Brings up my Metamask to make sure I want to take that transaction. I confirm that transaction, and after a few seconds it updates my pool. It updates my percentage of my pool share and the tokens that are now in use. And that's pretty much it. Once that's completed, it'll show the information that you are now staking, or yes, staking in the liquidity pool. It doesn't really tell you what your rewards will be yet. There's no information yet on exactly what our rewards will be. It's very dependent on how many people use the pool, what your share percentage is, and all of that. Of course, we can come back and talk more about that as the time progresses. I'm sure in Discord we'll discuss, say what we got for rewards, and discuss back and forth whether it, something that is beneficial, or we don't want to lock our tokens up, or anything along those lines. I'm sure there'll be lots of discussion about it. So that's really all I've got. If you guys have any questions, definitely hit us up in Discord, and we'll be happy to answer them. I know there's not a whole lot of people yet doing this. There are quite a few, but I know there's a lot more holders that haven't looked into this, so hopefully this video helps you guys decide if that's something you would like to do or not. So thanks for sticking around. Talk to you guys later.